Welcome to Manifesting Through Motherhood. I'm your host, Lindsay Williams, a self-development mentor, entrepreneur and author, dedicated to helping busy mums like you manifest success, balance and create passive income on your terms. With years of experience in mindset, manifestation, fitness, parenting and business growth, I share simple yet powerful strategies to help you transform your life without the overwhelm. If you're ready to up-level your mindset, build a thriving business and create the life you truly deserve, you're in the right place. You can also find all my books on Amazon, packed with tools to help you manifest and grow. So don't forget to follow the podcast to be updated on all new episodes. And let's get going. Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. How is everybody doing? I have had a ton of new downloads, new listeners, so thank you if you are new to the podcast. Welcome. There's lots and lots. I've actually put it on season 5 now because it was getting into the hundreds, 200s I think it was. So I was like, let's start a new season because I thought, being my birthday, let's start new, let's start fresh. And let's bring some new energy to the podcast. The sun's coming out, I've got lots coming up. I've got my event on Monday with Kimmy and Alice, the first in-person event for podcasting in Blackpool. Can't wait for that. So it's all good. I just feel like May is just going to go in a flash. And this is what I want to talk about today, is how our energy and time is your most valuable currency. And how can we use it wisely? Because we don't have a lot of time, especially if you're a busy mum, because we're just constantly non-stop and we're constantly doing housework and we're constantly, today I'm going networking. So I thought, I'm going to get, my husband's got up early, he's gone golf, and I'm going to record my podcast early and then I'm going to go to Ribble Valley and then I'm going networking. So there's an event on there, and my friend actually, Nicola, who was on the podcast, she is the guest speaker. She's a hypnotherapist. So that'll be good. And I'm a Spotlight sponsor, so I'm going to be donating one of my books. So that's good. It's always nice to see the ladies as well. And it's my night out. And I feel like that time is well spent. It's my social time. It's good energy, good vibes. The women are incredible. Everybody is just lovely and kind. You get to have a coffee, you can have breakfast, you can have whatever. And I'm just doing things that I want to do. And it's funny because yesterday, as I was preparing this episode, I spoke to an old colleague of mine. It's a guy. We were just checking in about something, and hi, and how are you? And but I've not worked with him for years when I worked in a gym. And I was like, yeah, what are you up to? And how's work? And things like that. And he said a comment, and it when you just think of a comment and you could really take it personally years ago, because I've done so much work, and it just goes to show how much work you've got in. And he said, have you still got your finger in all pies? And I was I looked at Mark and I was like, what do you think about this? And he was like, well, it means that obviously you do different things. My husband doesn't take things personally. He's and I thought, they're the types of things years ago that could stop me doing what I want. But I'm a completely different personality. And I've created this life through manifesting. I could be working in an employment, but you're capped with your income, you're capped with your time. You've also got the office politics, you've got the gossip, you've got the chit-chat, you've got all that. And that's heavy for me, when you're working in a workplace, because you've always got do they like me? Or you just don't know when you're working somewhere, because you're working with different personalities and you've got to make that effort. But when I go to say this networking event today, everybody's there for the right reasons. They want to improve their life. They want to grow the business. We're all on the same page. But then I think, you know what? Yes, I do different things. I've got my salon. I've always done that. And it just goes to show the way my brain works, ADHD, manifesting generator is, I like to have my fingers in different pies, but I'm successful in everything that I do with these pies. But because it's self-development, Like, you're not going to get to where you want to get to, or financially or abundantly, if you're just going to, and there's nothing wrong with just going to work every day. Like, I had a discussion with my husband the other night, and I'm like, do you not just get bored, like, going to that workplace? And he's like, well, I like it, but I also want to retire at some point, because he's older than me. And I'm like, did you not want to, like, when you left school, did you not want to do this and do that? And he's like, well, yeah, but that didn't work out. But he's like super skilled, my husband, and he's like, but I said, like, well, you should start your own business. Like, if you retire, you should do this. Like, but I don't want to. And I'm like, and it's really hard because, like, and I was like, I'm not trying to get you down. I was like, but I see so much potential and so much skill. Like, he's like, yeah, but I like doing that for me. Like, he can make woodwork, he can make things, and, like, yeah, he's super good at that. He should have been like an architect. He can draw, and he's really good at maths. But, like, his job's very secure. It's a good company to work for, so he enjoys it. He's got his friends. They've been there. But the issue is his body aches because of the job, and you're tired. And when he goes back on, like, normal shift, it's gonna shock him then. But it's only probably like he was looking at, like, maybe retiring this year. But he was like, I'll just give it like another year and just see where things are at. But then I was like, you're not gonna be like be bored. And he's like, well, the thing is, you work from home and we get a lot of time together. So he's like, no, not really, because we're still caring for a child, and I'll be doing things. I'll be busy. I'll go golf. And you know what? While he's off the week, he's like, I don't even get any time. So that's why I said, he said, like, do you mind if I go golfing today? I was like, no. I said, it's like, because he's helped with his skill runs. And I was like, no, I'll take him, because I'm going to be in Clitheroe for 10. So I was like, you go and play golf. You go and spend some time, because I think it's really important that he has, it's a friend at work and they're on the same shift, and he doesn't like going to the next town to play golf, but he needs it because he doesn't get to see his friends, because his friends are all in Birmingham and nobody really comes to visit. So unless we go and visit everybody, he doesn't have that. And I think most people are working. I think one of his friends is kind of retired because he got made redundant. So I might get him to come up and have a game. Actually, I might surprise him and say, get his friend Mark to come up and have a game, or his other friend, Davil. He's self-employed. It's like, right, come and surprise him, because I think I see, when I see him with his friends, he's a completely different person. I see Mark, like, the guy that was probably, like, with all his friends and going out. But when he's here, I always feel like he's in my world, and I always say that I feel like I take over, and he's like, well, no, because this is your hometown, you were brought up here, your schools were there, and your parents and your aunties and your uncles, you see people and neighbours, and they're always Highlands, and it's like, I've just embedded my life into yours. He has been up north for years, and he was with a previous partner up north for 10 years previous to me. So he's made this his home, but he said, I don't want to move back home, because his mum lives in Devon, and his sister and brother-in-law and nieces and nephews. So, but that's it. So he's made this his home. But I also want to make sure that he has his cup filled as well, and make sure that he's, like, yesterday I was busy, and I was like, I'll take son to school, and he was like, no, you're working. I'm like, yeah, but my client's not coming till like 9:15. I'll be there and back. I went, go and have a bit of a lie-in. But the problem is, he's like, you said go back to bed. And he's like, I had so much stuff to do. And he actually did go out. But then he ended up said, oh, I'll just watch some news. And he's like, he nodded off for a bit. But he's had sore elbows because he's been doing the tarmac outside. He's like doing all the garden and like doing that. And he's made like a planter outside. He's like, and he's changed all the decking boards, so he's been doing things non-stop. So he's going to kill today doing golf. Don't know how he's going to do it, but then Friday's his day to just chill tomorrow, because then he's working Saturday, Sunday this weekend. So where I'm going with this is, it's time. Like, he has valued that time, but he's going to go back on 2 shifts, Monday to Friday, but then he'll be off at the weekend, which is good in a way. But I've got a bit used to him being at home, and I will enjoy him when he retires, because it's not just going to be retire and be lazy. He's quite he's a young 54, and he's active, and he does a lot of things, and he's very supportive, and he'll go shopping and do everything, and we've kind of just fell into like a new routine, but that is probably going to fall a lot more back on me, like school runs and and juggling. But do you know what? It's always what I've done. But it's been a godsend, and we've been going to play golf, and we've gone for lunch and stuff and walks. Do you know what? You just don't know what's happening. Lately, there's been so much going on, and people passing away, and people getting poorly. And it's my cousin Jane today. It was a year ago. She's actually on holiday. She's listening to the podcast. So she's a year. She rung the bell. So when she finished her cancer treatment, so they're away celebrating at the minute. So they're back home at the weekend, and it just realises things come out of nowhere. We just don't know, and it does make you value, like, she has a full-time busy nursing job, like, but because her life changed and she's had breast cancer and she still needs reconstruction, like, she's tired, she's a diabetic, she's still on this chemo medication, she's going to be for life, she's going into menopause at 38 years old, you know, she's doing a lot, and it just makes you value, like, he's working full time for me, can you make sacrifices? Like, people say, oh, would you not move? I'm like, I live in a bungalow, I absolutely love it. Yes, we could get like a detached house somewhere and big gardens and that, but then my husband will have to wait till he's 67, like, that's what people do. We are conditioned to do that, to get a mortgage or get a house, until we wait till we do that. But he's put a lot in his pension, so that's the good thing for him. He's secured himself. I'm still going to be working, and yeah. But the great thing is, time for me is I can have a day off. My husband says that it's like today. I'm just working tonight. I've got my friend's daughter's coming to have her hair done at 5, and it'll be like 5 till 6. I'll be done. And that's what I'm working today, but I've also got to manage my fibromyalgia, because if I keep doing what I used to do, my neck just flares up. My fibro is like burning on fire. So I try to have a day off or an afternoon off, because sometimes I book too much work in. But then I've got the podcast, and I've got the collaboration on Monday, and then I've got my courses online. So yes, I've got my fingers in pies, and yes, I'm doing different things. And Anna said, I love it. I'm like, I'm loving it. I'm loving life. And, you know, I've created passive income, and you know, everything this is what I'm creating now. I'm creating something for when my husband, like, does retire, and I want to have backup things as well, because I might not be able to hairdress crazily until a certain age. Like, my hands might just pack up, and so it's like things change. So you just don't know. Like, you could be made redundant. What if he's made redundant at work? You just don't know. So the fingers and the pies are the pies that I love, because I would be bored just walking around the same place every day, because it's mundane, the same chit-chat, the same this. I can't function like that. That's not me. I'm such a caregiver. I'm such a facilitator when it comes to this. This is my love language, manifesting and self-development. That's why I'm so passionate about teaching it on the podcast. And people probably, like, still don't get what manifesting is. And I don't come across like super woo-woo online. It's what I teach is how to have a more fulfillment life and abundant life. And I want to support and encourage you to go and learn a new skill. I'm always doing mini courses and doing different things for me and self-development. I've got my little podcast room here, and I've got all my diaries, and I've got my planners, and I've got everything in order for my life. And I feel like I'm achieving something on my terms, that I'm not just working for somebody. I have worked for people for years. I've done it, but I'm like, when I wake up in the morning, if I feel like not 100% or I'm in pain, and I thought, if I have to work in the salon, I couldn't cope with it all day, because it's time after time after, like, client after client. It was non-stop, and you're like, your next client's in, and I'm like, how can you do a next client when I've got like one in? I just, you know, you just can't. I just realised that I was run ragged. Never ever do that again. Like that. I mean, I got out of that in my 20s, and I did my teaching, and I was going to go into teaching at colleges. But the environment there was toxic. Staff were crying, and I'm like, I love the teaching, but I'm not going to work in a college, because, like, no, because it's not that. You've got your paperwork, you've got the office politics, and no, it's not for me. That's not my energy at all. And I started to realise then. And then obviously I jumped more into the world of manifesting and creating the life that you want. And we can all create a life as fancy and as I won't consider my life as fancy. I just feel like it's a nice flow. Like, I'm able to care for my son who's got a disability. I'm able to go and see my mum and do things with her, and go out with my husband, I've got another massage booked on Friday. So my friend got me a voucher for my birthday. So having another head massage, Japanese one. So we're both going together. So she, like, works for herself as well. So it's nice, because I've got the friends that work for themselves. So go for a bit of time. I feel like we value time. And my friend Nicola, she's got fingers in pie. She does this, she does that. I love it. I'm like, right, what are you doing now? Like, I find it really exhilarating and really exciting, because I feel like she goes into an environment and she gets offered work, and she gets involved with people. I'm a bit like that. Like, I go into places and end up working there, or end up like helping. There's so many things that I want to do and support, but I just have to remember that I'm busy and I've got things going on. My salon's really busy, and my son's like, he needs me, and he's got like after school activities, and so my mum's actually picking him up tonight, so that'd be good. So he's going to go for probably McDonald's and he can have a shower there. This podcast is sponsored by the My Nora app. If you or someone you love is experiencing coercive control, you need to know about the My Nora app. Created by Emma Davey, a survivor and advocate. This powerful app helps you safely collect evidence, protect your well-being, and take back control, discreetly and securely. Download the My Nora app today and start reclaiming your power. Just search My Nora in your app store now. So it just gives me that time then. And I think it's good that he's got that relationship. And I'm really grateful that my mum and dad just live 5 minutes away on the same cul-de-sac. So that's, I'm super grateful for that. So yes, if you've got fingers in all pies, that's absolutely go for it, because at the end of the day, we shouldn't just get to a certain age and think, oh, we've done the qualifications and this is what we're going to do. Where's your backup plan? What if that goes wrong? Yes, I've got my hairdresser, I'm a qualified personal trainer. I could go into it. I've so many times I've been in gyms and they're like, do you want a job? Do you want a job? Because I've got a lot of qualifications, but I know it's tiring in a gym, and I know that it's different. You're working for companies and you know how they roll. So I won't be working by my design and my flow, and that's the most important thing for me, is working on my terms. I have to work and be able to have a day off when I want. I can manage my diary and I can manage everything, and I've had to do that because of pay management and because of the SCN aspect as well. So it's kind of worked out well. Who knows what the future holds with anything in life, but at least I can categorically say that I enjoy everything. I'm living by design and not default. And that's what I want you to do if you listen to the podcast and you're feeling really stuck and you're like, I really want to do something, something will light you up in your belly. We've got some gorgeous women that are coming to do the podcast. Might drop on Monday, and they want to come because they want to launch a podcast. So they're working with 3 of us. They're going to be doing social media content. I'm going to be teaching them how to podcast. They're going to be having a photo shoot. It's going to be incredible. We're going to have lunch. We're going to have connections, and they're going to go away and learn a new skill. They're going to go away and learn some tech. And I teach that now. I do love in person. But a lot of it, I've created my courses, so you can go and buy everything in my link tree. You don't need me. You can do it in the middle of, people all over the world can, access the course. Because we're at different time frames. You can book a one-to-one with me if you want to, work on Zoom, and I can take you through the whole, module. And you don't need a lot doesn't have to be complicated. Honestly, it doesn't. Because people's like, oh, I like to do that, but it's going to take a long time. No, it doesn't. You can do it. My course is 1 to 2 hours, that's it. And you can self-teach yourself so many different things. Sometimes it is about doing a one-to-one, looking at everything, looking at some goal setting, and opening your heart out, opening yourself, and what you want to do. I had a lovely friend come yesterday for a Reiki session, so I did a facial massage with Reiki. I did some card pulls, so I had it all ready. I pulled some cards for her. I'd already sent her the card pulls before she arrived, and what they meant to her. The 2 cards that I pulled came up last time, so she's like, right, yeah, still need to take action on that. And it was good because then what it was able for me to do is open up sensitive areas through the Reiki. So going through a system, looking at the chakras, every single chakra was blocked. There were certain areas that I was having a feel. I think it was around the breast area, something was hot around there, but it was weird because she said that she went for reflexology, and they said said, oh, that's sore. They said, that's your breast area. And she's not long had a baby. You know, he's only 1 year old. So, like, go and get these things checked out. Ovaries, I was like, it's really hot round there. So, we talked about things like that. So, everything made sense. And, like, she just had all these feelings and this experience with me. And the thing is, I've known her since we were like 4. Even though I don't see a lot of her, I've known her, so it's easy for me to channel that. So very safely, cleansed the room. It was like incredible. I never get any negative energy coming in. I do not invite that nonsense into my salon. It's all positive energy, and I'm there to help you. So, you know, if you're local to me, you can come and have a session, and you can always add like a life coaching session onto that at the end. So we can spend an hour I've got like a booklet here, which we can go through and looking at some like small goals, some long-term goals, and it's just some action planning. I think sometimes we need somebody to say, right, and to be honest, sometimes things come up that you don't realise. You could be coming to me about fitness, you could be coming to me about goal setting, you wanted to write a book, but then things come up about your relationship and friendships and family, because sometimes they are blocking our way forwards to doing this. So you might want to set up a new business, but your partner might not be supporting you. This is a big thing for me. I see this all the time. If you're with somebody and they're not understanding you, we're just going to retreat all the time. We're just going to take that step back. We're not going to move forward. Like if my husband was like, oh, what are you doing that for? And you're always doing different things. He never once said that. He's like, I find you boring if you was like that, if you wasn't doing all these things. He's like, I said to him, do I not just drive you crazy, like doing all these things? It's like, it's what I'm used to when you've calmed down a hell of a lot. And he was like, well, this goes to show that the way your brain works is completely different to mine. He's like, you couldn't work in the same job all the time. I was like, well, when you think about it, I do with the hairdressing. He went, yeah, but you don't have a boss. Like you see different clients. You can choose when you see those clients. You can book the same clients on the same days, which is true. Sometimes I have ones that fall on the same week. And honestly, my clients are amazing. They bring me flowers, they bring me coffee, they bring me lots of treats. I get lots of hugs, and honestly, they're just so amazing. I look after them as well. So I love doing that, and it like really encompasses everything I do with my manifesting and goal setting, because like within that appointment we talk about goal setting. I don't push things on people. That if you want to chat, I'm like a counsellor. We do some talk therapy. That is what your hairdressers are about. But like when you go into salons, sometimes you don't really know that person. You've obviously got to be careful what you're talking about. You never know who's listening and who knows who. But yeah, so yeah, it was. It made me think about a lot of that. It was just like a passive comment. Was like, is it a passive comment, or is it like, did that person need to say that thing? It's like, which way do I take it? Fingers and all pies. Is that what that person perceives of me? I'm doing all these things just because, does that trigger somebody else? Or like people might think that, oh, I'm doing all these things, but I'm doing it because I'm getting something from it and I enjoy it. But people don't know about my world, and, you know, with my son with his condition and things like that. It keeps me sane. It keeps me high spirited. Like I cannot have my vibrations brought down. They need to be no less than a 7 on a daily basis. Soon as that dips down, wow, my body has a complete shift. So then I have to go back to basics. Then I have to revisit everything, like what's not working, and is my diet and sleep good, and is my friendship group good? And you start to like, I'm an overthinker, start to analyse it, and I do. I'm a complete worrier, but that is getting, since I'm doing worry management therapy, it's helped a lot, because we can't control the outcome of things. And it's not like I'm worrying about money and things like that. I worry about people, because when you've gone through like loss, and I'm going through everything with my son, I worry so much about him and everything. And it's just what we do as humans. And but yeah, it's all about protecting your energy. It is valuable, and just be careful where you're putting it, who you're giving it to. Saying no. I always say this all the time. You've got to start saying no. Do things that you want to do. Block some time out. Go for a massage. Go for a walk. Go and get yourself a little picnic. I don't like years ago I wouldn't go in anywhere on my own. But now I will go and have a coffee on my own. I'll go for a massage on my own. I do things for me, because you know what? I've worked hard over the years, and I've done a lot of caring for my nan and granddad. So I'm like, I'm going to reward myself now. Because if I don't, then you spiral. So whatever your like time currency is that is valuable to you. It might just be sitting in the car having 15 minutes like after the school run, before the school run. Like they're just tiny little things. Like we all have something that like through the day and we're like, oh, I just want 5 minutes, I just want to go and do this. Go and find that time, go and put a face mask on. I've got like an eye massager, a head massager. I've got loads of different like gadgets here. I'm looking at them and I'm like, I need to have a day where I'm like, right, neck massage, I'm going to get it all out, do my foot pack, because I know it makes me feel good, because I love skincare, I love doing all these things. So that is time for me, because as we get older, I feel like we need more time for us. We need more time with friends. We can still be learning new skills. We can still be, going to do courses and changing everything that you want to do, because we get like interest in like maybe dance groups and fitness groups. We change what we want to do as we get older because we mature, and like, I do things that I would have like turned my nose up at like in my 20s. I was all up for partying, but I feel like when I was in my 20s I was up for partying, my teens, because everybody else was doing that. I lived for going out, but now I'm like, there's no way in this world I would like be getting ready at 10 o'clock at night and going out and drinking the way I used to drink, because don't even really drink anymore, because it doesn't make me feel good. It drops my vibrations, my self-development, it just goes through the window, because alcohol makes me feel sad and fed up, and it affects my body so much. So you've just got to do what's right for you. But sometimes you might be at the beginning of this journey, your manifested journey, like, where do I go, where do I start? So just follow everything, like I've got loads of podcasts, like just take your fancy, go and buy my book, Manifesting Through Motherhood. There's some worksheets, like activities in there that you can do. I've got lots of planners and journals that you can get, like gratitude, the basic things is that, like the gratitude, the planning, like the self-development work. Just start with whatever you're doing now. Just have your book. You can get my book on Kindle. It's on there. It's like £2.25. Go and download it. And if you've got Kindle Unlimited, it's free. So go and download it through there. And then just start your journey. Just think like, do you know what? A bit of self-development every day. I do encourage at least a good half an hour minimum a day of self-development for you. And that's like listening to a podcast, doing a bit of meditation, visualisation for me. Like I'm going to have a shower in a minute. I'm going to put a shower steamer in. I'm going to do some visualisation while I'm in the shower. It really helps just to like expel everything in there, do a bit of a brain dump. I'm all ready. My husband's gone, but everything's at the door ready. The school bag's ready. My son's not even up yet, but I'm like, it won't take me long to get him ready, because I'm organised, everything's organised, my clothes are ready. I'm like, right, I'm organised, I'm ready to go. And that's the thing, like, if you're so organised and you're up early, like, imagine if I just got up and I didn't have everything ready. Like, my head would be chaotic. I can't live and work like that, because everything has a knock-on effect. Then I'm rushing, and you're like, oh, what's happened to, because, you know what I'm saying, like, when we say, well, I don't know what's happened to my morning, it's gone, like, you was so organised and everything's gone quick. These you just don't know what's going to come up in the morning. So let me know what you value at the minute, like, because energy and time and sleep is so valuable, especially if you are a multiple, like, parent, like you've got more than one child, like, and hats off to you, because you are juggling, and you might be a grandma juggling grandchildren for your children. You might be fostering, I've got lots of different people that listen to the podcast that do different things. You might be looking after pets, and like, I have got people that don't have children that listen to the podcast, but we've all got health conditions, we've all got priorities and responsibilities. But yeah, go and get your fingers in some pies, go and find something new to do. If you want to work with me, you can send me a message, have a look through my link tree. And yeah, come and follow me on my socials, and don't forget to rate and review the podcast and share the podcast. It would mean so much on your socials, and tag me, or just tell your friends about the podcast. That would be great as well. So anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm going to go and get ready, and have a great day, and happy manifesting. See you soon. If you're feeling called to go deeper, to align more, create more, and really step into that next version of you, you'll find everything you need in my link tree. From my book, Manifesting Through Motherhood, to powerful resources and ways we can work together, it's all there waiting for you. Come and find me on Instagram or Facebook. I love hearing what landed with you. Don't forget to follow the podcast, and if this episode spoke to you, please share it with someone who is on their own journey too. And happy manifesting.